I'm here at the Estonian Embassy, and we just had a talk about AI, and Linnar was basically talking about how AI is the state of AI and what they're doing about it with in Estonia. And I think it's really interesting because in Estonia they really decide to wait for AI. Let's find out. Linnar, Estonia is full of IT systems. They work. They are 15 years old. X-Road, we all know that. But so we thought you would be totally implementing AI everywhere inside the IT system and all the digitalization which is going on. But you say not so. Why?
Well, we don't consider that AI when we are delivering automated digital services in different domains like a tax department, Ministry of Finance, Treasury, or the pension system indexing, because for us, this is not a true AI, but this is rather just a next phase of delivering public services which are seamless or automatic. However, there are certain areas...
You mean you think it's more like machine learning or something? It's
Precisely.
More smarter algorithms, but they are not really fundamentally different.
Those are actual AI systems which in global meaning, roughly around 120, 130 different public services are at the moment globally recognized as AI powered. But we see that that process is only beginning and the opportunity is much bigger. However, there are certain areas, and one of those areas is also healthcare, where we need to step in with careful steps. And we try to become rather not AI deploying country at the moment, but AI ready country. AI ready meaning that we consolidate and build up a good digital data sets which enable a future deployment and implementation of different AI applications on a certain domains, age groups, diagnostics, or different other areas of the healthcare. So it means that we wait, and the waiting in terms of AI development globally may mean that in 6 months period already there is something which is worth considering also deploying. Waiting meaning not sitting in the corner.
But you're watching, you're looking, you're learning. You don't jump in. You don't do proof of concept about everything.
No, we don't do the proof of concept about all kind of spheres, but we really want to have a pragmatic output because every deployment and implementation of the digital systems needs to have tangible results and tangible value for the end users.
Okay. So if you look at AI, I mean, you basically gave a talk about the state of AI, of where we are now and what kind of different systems there are. What do you expect in 5 years, what it will do to Estonia?
Man, 5 years. I don't even know what it happens in 1 year. But what I expect at the moment to happen is that those so-called general AI systems, which are centrally and even more centralized way consolidating into a handful of companies, will be applicable to a sovereign country and the rules, regulations and regulatory frameworks of broader European Union, but also member states, because this is one of the biggest challenges at the moment. Yes, we may have a superb way how to analyze from the MRI machine the brain tumor, but the way how we are going to use and utilize it in the format of a national regulatory framework needs to be polishing. That is, in a small country level like Estonia, much easier to do, of course, compared to the European Union level. So my big
but the European level is gigantically different. Everybody has their own thing. Tell us a little bit about what you did, because I know you as one of the advisor of the Prime Minister. What have you, and you're NATO, you're involved with NATO, you started a whole bunch of companies. What is your background?
My background is software engineering and international economy, and I started really a internet business in early 1990s. We were with my friends one of the first independent internet service provider, website builder, search engine building company. We had a good collaboration globally at that time with a bunch of companies which were called Yahoo. Some of them were called Alta Vista, which later on became distinct, but at that time was a big search engine company. We built websites, and we were.
But you moved on.
Pioneers.
You did a lot of other things, right?
Precisely, and suddenly it happened so that the interest in the government for the internet technologies became so big that eventually my role became an advisor to the Prime Minister. With that role in late 1990s, early 2000s, we had unique opportunities, a couple of unique opportunities. One and first and most important unique opportunity was to deliver a fundamental human right to every Estonian, which is identity. It's not only a passport and document in 21st century, but in 21st century context, every human being has a right for digital identity, which is trusted by the rest of the world. When you have a passport, the rest of the world trusts you. If you don't have digital identity, nobody trusts you, really trusts you. Yeah. And Google identity is not your government identity, which can be trusted. So digital identity was one of the cornerstones. Second part was very clear. It was about delivering the end user with the digital services and making all the government machinery working only digital, and making sure that digital is original and paper is a copy. With that really simple concept.
Did you also come up with that, where you're also there when the law was made, that all the information about one citizen could only be stored in one place, that you cannot have hundreds of copies?
Yeah.
Like we do?
I don't know how other countries do it, but most of the things we have done in Estonia is actually learning from others and implementing in a local way. I think I was reading about the concept of once only principle from some IBM. Scandinavian academic journals, and I thought that's a splendid idea, not only because it is important that I, as a citizen, will not be asked 100 times, do you have children or not, but this is also something which forces different public institutions to collaborate and make sure that the information is shared in a common space.
Great. We are still working on that. How about, you also heard about what the Dutch do with AI? We have a program, we spent 200 million on it.
Not only 200 million, 400 million.
Just for that only that one program, we have 400 million. What do you think, how do we do it as a small country with too much money?
You don't have too much money, you have that ticket of 200 million, or if there is private companies who are bringing in as much money, you can at least double it, if not triple it. The 400 million divided into 4 very strong domains, very strong verticals, which are significant and important to the Dutch industry and Dutch competitiveness. The same mobility, which is your core domain, the financial services, which is your core domain, but also the very important one, the healthcare. Those are the very well selected domains, and I always congratulate countries, organizations who not are able to say yes to everything and want everything, but who have courage to say no to something, because more important in competitiveness is to say no to some areas and to select the few ones where you are really going to make an impact.
Okay. Thanks very much for coming all the way to Den Haag and basically deliver that speech. Appreciate it.